Well, since this is Scarlet Hollow, let's put up that content warning. This game has content warnings for body horror, realistic gore, parental abuse, poisoning, non-consensual drug use, possible major character death, unreality, manipulation, loss of control, loss of self, parental death, car accident, being held against one's will, guns, murder, matricide, depression, amputation, child amputation, auditory gore, stalking, implied sex, mutilation, possibly unwanted advances, decapitation, dismemberment, PTSD, memory loss, unreality, and gaslighting. I love this game. However, it does in fact come with all those content warnings. So, let's just be aware that they exist. I should also change my stream info, because we are no longer playing Animal Crossing. And we need to add some content warnings. Content warning. Tag. Done. Boy, I hope that changed my game. I think it did. Okay, great. It did not change my tag, but that's okay. Alright, so, oh, yes, I need to find where in my myriads of windows is my window that, where I was keeping track of which, there we go, which Scarlet Hollow character I've played. And what I really should do is, how do I add just a window? I just want there we go, window capture. Yeah, that would be the window that I want to capture. So just very briefly, so folks can see what's going on here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, so I made a grid of all the different traits that you can have, and I've been going through all of them. Okay, and I did finish TTAPV did finish chapter 4, so we gotta actually mark that. They finished chapter 4. That's talk to animals powerful build, because at some point I stopped giving them real names. So I think next we are going to try, who do we want to do next? This is my canonical run, is the Booksmart Mystical. But I think Powerful Build and Street Smart is the one that I want to try next. So that's going to be PBSS, right? So PBSS is going to be next. And here we're going to, first of all, I'm going to need to, sorry, as I do nonsense, I need to rename what I called this source. char grid, right? That's a good name for it. And then we're going to make it go away. And we're going to not load anything. We're going to go back to the main menu, because we're going to start an entire new run through. So our name is going to be Powerful Build Street Smart. And we're going to live in the city of Townsville, because that's where everybody's from. I think we're gonna be a dude. So Powerful Build Street smart. Confirm. Oh yes, and I wanted to super quick go over here and go find just telling my friend Hanapengu that I am doing this in case they want to come hang out and or play. I don't think they do, but I figured I wanted to let them know. Alright, you jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you're only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy in the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that felt unsafe, even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlett, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyways, I was saying, says the stranger on the bus. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first, you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Ooh, we can feign an illness. You violently fake a coughing fit. Pretending to be sick has always been one of the better ways to get people to leave you alone in strange places. Especially with COVID. Oh, are you sick? That's alright. I'm pretty sure I've already had whatever you've got. I'm sick all the time. Gotta keep my immune system on its toes, you know? So this girl comes up to us swinging her purse, yelling about how she's gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell in the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Although about 5 months ago she tried to break up with me, like for real, and geez, you ever just get so mad you just want to like kill somebody? Stop it. Huh? Stop what? Whatever it is you think you're doing right now, you know what I'm talking about. This whole corner a stranger on the bus and try to make them uncomfortable act? I'm not playing along. Huh, alright, maybe I never really wanted to kill her, even if I threatened it a little bit. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, and I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. I'm serious. Get your act together, or someday soon you're going to run into someone who doesn't tolerate your bullshit. You cross your arms and glare at the young man with menace in your eyes. Huh, alright, maybe you have a point. I guess New York will always be there waiting for me. Anyway, where'd you say you were headed? I didn't. No need to be nasty, I was just asking. Not like I'm going to follow you off the bus or anything. So, if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until the bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, come to think of it, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mines. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the board around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they're dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. No thanks. Put your hand up to say no. Not really hungry. There's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal, assuming nothing goes wrong. Best to have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down on an empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. Gross. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. And just like that, you're alone, the stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. Bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though, for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Yeah, the bus driver knows where it's at. He clearly is like, nope, this place is the worst. Also, I love this. So the bus arrives Monday at 11 and departs Monday at 11:01. Hey, PBSS? You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos of her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Okay, what are... Oh, let's do condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yes, great, thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. I am a little bit on achievement hunt with this, so we'll see kind of how it goes. But, okay. Right. Hang on a sec. Okay. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Okay, so we can do dialogue options that are labeled Explore. How are you holding up? Fine. You don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. We're family, even if we just met. She sighs, a particularly heavy sigh. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Really. Okay, I'm not going to mention the Dead Moms Club, because I already got that achievement. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. So, I think normally with powerful build, I sort of go with, like, dumb jock kind of stereotype. But with street smart, I'm thinking more like punk with a heart of gold kind of nonsense. Is there I'm sorry, but is there bad blood between us? All I know is my mom left and she was mad at the sight of the family, but I don't know much besides that. Your cousin stares straight ahead, her expression icy. Okay. So, the funeral, it's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Have you worked out all the details yet? Taken care of. Don't need any help. Guess we'll remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. God, this thing is like basically sliding off a cliff right now. Like literally. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. I can't imagine living anywhere with, like, this much broken things. Yikes. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Okay. We have a bunch of options, but let's use... I have this rule that if there is a trait-based option, you should take it. It's beautiful. I don't think I've ever been in a building that feels as powerful as this. You're lying through your teeth, but Tabitha doesn't need to know that. In fact, not only does she not need to know that you're lying, but she won't know, ever. You're a very good liar. It is. The estate was the prize jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture, even now. Shall we take the tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixing for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Oh, some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. I've always dreamed of having a kitchen like this. It's so much bigger than what I'm used to in the city. Is that a kitchen island? It is. Thank you. I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Okay. General store. How folksy. Is it? It's a store that fulfills your general shopping needs. General store just describes what it is. Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try to pet her. She wants to be pet. She'll let you know. Yeah, okay, let's not pet the cat. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must, if you must. Wow. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. I absolutely love it. I've always wanted one of those bathtubs with little feet on it. Glad you like it. That bathtub is an extremely valuable antique. Are you sure the toilet works? Yeah. Why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid. Therefore, the toilet works. Now, do your business so we can move on. You sigh in resignation. Okay. That's the spirit. I guess... Oh God, it's full of bugs. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. I guess we have to go though, so let's do that. Toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Well, let's keep lying. This is incredible. How'd you know how much I love cherubs? That chest is to die for. Wow. I do love, like, the secretary desk over here, because it's pretty amazing. But yeah. I'm surprised to see that you have such discerning taste. Every last piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique handed down through the family for generations. There's a lot of boxes and stuff lying around here. I could help you move things around and fix the place up. Look, I appreciate the offer, but Janie already comes in once a week. It's fine. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Wait, where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate if you didn't keep me for long. Can I come watch? What? No, the mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. That sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as boring or exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as either of those things. It's a task. One of those tasks could use more doing. Seems like a good way to look at a job instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love the most. It's okay to just have a job. Yeah, exactly. Would I rather be doing something else with my life? Maybe. But I know I had to take over the company, so I think about that other stuff I could be doing. Tabitha's life is really kind of sad. All right, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see, there's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door, and now it's just you in the sprawling, decrepit estate. I'm gonna go to the Forbidden Wings immediately. With Tabitha gone, there is no one stopping you from going into the Forbidden Wings of the estate. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. An insurmountable obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you. As the locks fall, the doors moan open, revealing the entrance to what once must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. The Forbidden Wings are yours to explore. Let's go in. Why are things piled up to block the window? You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. Deep gashes tear across the floor, and years of detritus have turned what once must have been a magnificent and open ballroom into a tight and claustrophobic maze. The piano you heard from outside the ballroom has grown louder. Wherever it is, it's nearby. It's probably just a self-playing model, but maybe you aren't as alone here as you thought. Well, let's examine the paintings. You make your way over to the painting covering the far wall. It's a family tree. Angry black scratches cover the space where your mother should be. Okay, I think it's, what is it, H that hides this? Yeah. So let's look at this. So here's Silas Scarlet. There's Andrew and William. Here's Theodore and Enoch. And Theodore died in the... Okay, so Enoch had the two sons and Edwardina. And Edwardina had Alexandria and Mary Ellis? Yeah. Mary Ellis had Perlan and our mother, angry scratched out. So there's Tabitha, and we should in theory be over here. And people with like little wings are dead. So Perlan needs little wings added. Why is Edwardina not marked dead? Unless she was the one who added all the little wings. Enoch is not dead. And Andrew's not dead. And Silas is not dead. This guy? Okay. I thought the wings meant that the person was dead, but they're kind of selectively applied. Okay, well, that's a thing. Let's figure out where this piano is coming from. As far as you can tell, there are 3 exits to the ballroom. There is, of course, the door you came through. And on your far right is the door beyond a broken floor. A dead end. Across the room from where you entered is the 3rd and final exit. A glass doorway you can just barely make out behind a pile of broken furniture. You move to investigate it more closely. Oh, so it wasn't a window. That's a door that all the furniture is piled up against. Fascinating. As you approach, the playing grows clearer. Without a doubt, the piano is behind this door. Let's clear this furniture. The pile of furniture blocking the doorway weighs a considerable amount, and it's safe to say that most people would be unable to move it on their own. You aren't most people, though, and with a bit of muscle, you clear it off to the side. As you move the final piece out of the way, the playing stops, as if aware of your efforts. Okay, so definitely eyes glowing over here. As you step through the door, something slips through your periphery and into the shadows. You lock eyes with it, and it lingers in the doorway at the far side of the room, the two of you separated by a cavernous gash in the floor. Who are you? Your words hang in the air as the presence slips deeper into the estate. Well, that didn't really learn me anything, sadly. Was kind of hoping to learn stuff, but I guess not. Whatever it was you just encountered leaves you wondering just how much longer you should even stay in the estate on your own. Now, let's go poke our room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Let's examine the painting on the wall. This must be an old relative of yours, very old judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything